The clock is ticking at the Capitol with less than 8 hours until this legislative session ends. Despite a broader budget deal, lawmakers are set to go into overtime because they haven't finalized all the details yet. Caroline Cummings is live there covering the mad dash to the finish line. Caroline.
Well, hi there, Aaron. It feels less like a sprint and more like a slow walk to the end of session. That's because a special session is a foregone conclusion. Now the question is just how long will that special session go, depending on how many more bills they can pass before the midnight deadline tonight. But it's been a difficulty. There's been some difficulty getting some of those bills forward. That's because the legislature is as divided as it has ever been, with a tied House and a one-seat majority in the Senate. Now today, the House took up a couple of bills, and through the weekend, lawmakers did send 7 budget bills to the governor's desk. That's just a fraction of what they have to do, though, and many of the proposals that will have more partisan back and forth aren't yet finalized. Among the bills still left, K-12 education funding, energy and the environment, transportation, taxes, and more. Even though everyone knows they won't get their work done by tonight, tensions are running high.
I knew that we were going to held into a special session, and that's okay if we need to finish up our work. But when you reach a conclusion and a negotiation and new conditions are being added that slow down the budget, that's frustrating, and that is getting in the way.
People are working in their conference committees, and there are different areas that they're kind of finding sticking points, but they're working their way through. That is how this is intended to go, but nothing is being held up intentionally at this point.
So what do the next few hours look like? Well, the House and Senate will continue those negotiations and bring up bills as they're ready in their final form. Remember, this big 2-year state budget comes in pieces. That's why we talk about different budget bills here. And only Governor Walz is the one who can call a special session. It's unclear if he will do that as early as tomorrow or sometime later this week. We will be hearing from him within the next half hour. Aaron.
Okay, you're busy there. Thank you so much, Caroline.
Here's a live look at the state capitol, where the clock is winding down to the midnight deadline for this legislative session. Right now, overtime is inevitable. Caroline Cummings joins us with the latest. Caroline, we've seen this before, a little deja vu feeling here.
Yeah, that's right, Frank. And viewers at home are probably thinking the same, that they have seen this film before and they know how it ends. Lawmakers will not finish their work by the deadline, so they will go into special session. Now the question is how long that special session will be. Governor Walz, we just heard from, said he hopes it lasts for about a day. And also it's unclear what will be on that to-do list, how much they can get done in these final hours here. Now, over the weekend, lawmakers approved 7 budget bills, but a lot of the more contentious ones, like K-12 education funding, transportation, health and human services, are still being sorted out. Leaders say they will take up any proposals that are ready today, but some may need more work later this week.
We are looking at just a brief special session. The governor has to call that, but you've heard that from all of the leaders, saying we can get most of the things through as much as we can today and then come back for that brief special session just to wrap up a few things.
I think we will run out of things to do early this evening, and although it might feel good to stay until midnight, if there's nothing to do at a certain point, we'll probably just adjourn.
For some context, in 4 of the last 5 budget writing sessions, so those come every odd-numbered year, there was a special session because they did not finish their work on time. The common denominator among all of those years was that there was shared power here at the Capitol between Republicans and Democrats, just like this year. The only difference now is that it is more divided than ever, Frank.
Same story.
Closely divided, I should say.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Caroline.